Hello everybody and welcome back to Timberborn update 7, and we also have a new update on our little experimental, and I think it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It's tunnels. Yeah, we got tunnels now. That is pretty awesome. I'll have a look see at it in a second. Right, so in the previous episode we have finally started on designing our beautiful little dance hall and the agora. Got that going, and naturally we are finally getting dirt. So as you can see, where are they? Around here somewhere. We are busy creating ourselves a bit of these beautiful things over here. Now there's also a 3D terrain physics update, I suppose that's what you call it. Essentially what that means is you can have overhangs of essentially the land, of dirt, of farm field, of all those lovely things. But I mean, right now let's just quickly have a look at our new little terrain. Is it terrain? Yeah, landscaping update, which is tunnels. So essentially what it does is, I'm just going to do a tiny little one over here because I want them to be able to go through from here to that side to do some building or whatever on that side. So essentially what we're going to do is, let's just lower this down a little bit up until I would say this spot right here. Do we have a spot for it? Right there, I think. Right, so essentially you're going to give them a little space where they need to go, and then that's a bit hectic. Why is that working so weirdly? Okay, there we go. I think that should do it. There we go, lovely. And then they'll come out over here. Now another thing that I would like to see, naturally, because this is going to make it a little bit more difficult to see, is basically, let's just say they're going in from this side and out on that side. So basically what it costs is 1 explosives, 1 extract, and 6 blanks. So it might be a little bit expensive, but I think it will look absolutely amazing. We're going to get that one going, and then we're going to have a look-see at those. I'm not sure if you have to detonate it yourself, but we would like to see what we can do. Don't think that was the idea, is it? I mean, sure. No, that's not what I want to do. Anyways, we can still figure out something to do with that. But then we also had 2 comments coming in from NYC Blackout and as well as Prairie Dog, I think that's how you pronounce it, where they would like to see us build something new. So an underground area or colony, as well as what was the other one? So it's the underground colony, and then, well, aqueducts, something where we can produce electricity or power with a bad water source. So we're going to do one of those as well. As you can see, we have got a bit of water running through here, but we would like to combine the two. So we are going to have an underground area. I think this is actually a good spot for that then, right over here, just underground. And I think a good idea for that is to actually use our what do you call it? Well, essentially we're going to use our bad water over here to provide power for our underground colony over here. And naturally that is going to still take a while to get done, but I mean, we can start clearing out the area for what we want it to be used as. So for now, considering I haven't really done much in this episode except just show off a little bit of the what do you call it, man, the tunneling. Yeah, so we got that going, and then what I would like to do over here is just quickly clear this up. Let me just get this cleared out. There we go, lovely. And then we're just going to make this a higher priority over here. I would like to clear this out. What I am going to do is I'm going to dedicate a certain area. So what I think of doing is we can do essentially that area. So let's say we're going to do that area as well. So that will be part of our underground colony, which now naturally means we are going to have our... Oh, there's something going on over there. That's cool. Oh, geez, I haven't noticed that. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so where is the water coming from? The water is coming from this side, which is wonderful. It's going over here. No, it's not. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So I'm quite happy with keeping it going basically in this direction. I'm just going to catch it over here, bring it through this way, where it is going to increase our power, and then we can just have it connect over here with our underground colony. But something that's quite important as well is let's just quickly build this up, because I've also received a comment where we need to get the power, no, not the power, use the extra power, because we have enough of it, to produce more timber. So basically we are going to use this to make more wall planks and gears. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a spot over here where we can do that, so that's going to expand it quite a bit. And let's just quickly have a look here. If we go to our timber, we want to have more, another gear workshop, so we're going to have one right over there. That is decent, but I would like to see some more. And I would say we'll just have to add, where can we add this? Another lumber, and it's going to go right over there, so I'll have to add a little bit of extra over here, like so. Nope. What I'm thinking is, let me just redo this quickly. No, remove this one, that one, and that one right there. Yes, good. Okay, so we're gonna do this one as a 6 over here, and then 3 5s over here, which gives us that whole spot over there. And we are going to use that for, let's see, wood workshop. No, we're going to use that for the lumber mill and a gear workshop and one more lumber mill. Wonderful. So they all fit in there, and that will definitely provide us with those lovely little planks, etc., that we still need. Oh, we paused. Okay, cool. Now, naturally, because we're going to not use this area, we're going to quickly expand this area, because we need this to be expanded on. Let's just say we get this to over here. Now, naturally, this is still going to take a while to build, but I am definitely going to do it. No doubt, no doubt. We're doing an underground area over here. What I would like to do is just shape this up to be the right area. So what I'm going to do is we'll tell them to essentially fill this up. Okay, I think that is what they mean. Ah, yes. Okay, so there we go. That is the overhang with the terrain blocks as well. That's actually pretty awesome. I am liking that. All right, so we're going to go to over there. That's unexpected. Wow. I am loving this. This is so cool, because that means, I'm not exactly sure, I think it's a limit of 3 blocks if I remember correctly. What I would like to do is do that. Have that fill up. I think so. Let me just do a little test over there. I want to test it. So we want to fill it up to there, and I think we can do up to 3. Let's see how far we can go. Yeah, okay, so it stretches out to 3. That's perfect. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. So how do you remove this? Again, I don't know how to remove this. I want to remove. Okay, apparently you can't remove this. Once it's there, you're stuck with it. Perfectly fine. I am not too worried about that. Anyways, so now we know. You have like a little overhang over there coming to you as well. Right, anyways, let's just get to it. Windmill, we're going to do the big windmills again. Just leave enough space. I would like to do a double. So I am going to remove more of the pathways. Okay, so that is pretty darn awesome. I actually really like that. That is so cool. No, yeah, let's remove that. Oh my dear goodness, I keep on clicking the wrong one. There we go. And then we're going to do the power, and we want to just add 1, 2, 3 of them more. Now these here need to be connected naturally, so we are going to do a little bit of a power shaft over here somewhere. Let's see, so this is going to be the best area. And then we'll just join them up like this. And like so. So we're going to have quite a few of them over here providing some extra electricity. And then we can start building over here as well. So what I am thinking over here is that we are going to require a lot of dynamite. So let's just start off with a big spot right over there. Yes, please, and thank you very much. So we're going to go to over there, and we'll open this up quite nicely. So naturally we are going to use our tunnels as well to our advantage over here, which will allow them to freely move about. But what I would like to do is I'm going to get this going, just get the plans of this going, and then what we're going to do is we are going to actually have all of this completed when we have the full update, and we can use the ladders again, because it saves us a lot of space when it comes to mobility. So yeah, anyways, I am going to quickly slap out a little bit of a aqueduct over here just to prevent this problem over here. So we're going to have it run through to over here, and then I will get back to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to show you this. This is so cool. So you have the little overhang over there. Wonderful. That works so good. And then, well, basically it's going to run down this way, run over here, and then we have this happening again where it's just supporting what we're doing, and we have that over there supporting what we're doing as well. So the overhang is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely love it. It's so cost effective as well, because it just costs dirt. It's just like 6 dirt, where this is 36 logs, 36 planks, and 12 metal blocks. So this is so flippin' amazing. Okay, so let me just have a look here. Basically from there on, we're going to do these. We're going to have this run all the way over here, have this run all the way over here. Yeah, we can keep that open for now, I suppose. Do we want to keep it open? No. What I'm going to do is, let me just quickly get that, clean that off. Lovely. That is good. Put that one in, and then we'll just slap it all the way through over here, and all the way through on this side as well. No, don't do that. There you go. So obviously this is still going to take a while to build, but I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I am loving this. And we are naturally going to need the impermeable floors. Yes, please. Get that unlocked as well. I know it's probably not necessary for that, but I'm going to still put them over there. That is good. I mean, that is like dirt area, so that is fine. And I am thinking to just have a sluice there as well for absolute shits and giggles, and because it looks cool. So that is wonderful. Let's see. So from there on, we'll just add 1 or 2 of these so they can actually cross over. And then I would like to remove... Well, I guess we'll have to obviously just connect these. Like so. Have this one come up over here. I must say, this update, as it just came at the absolute perfect time. So I am quite happy with that. Would have been cool if I could use the mods with a ladder. So basically I could just get down over here. It would have been pretty amazing. I don't think we can reach those, but we can still do so from this side. Let's get that, and then over there, and over there. Have that run all the way over there. That is absolutely wonderful. I am loving this. This is so cool. Let's see. So they have quite a lot going on over there, but this is our solution for the bad water over here, just to get them out of the way and all that jazz. So that is absolutely stunning. I am loving this. And actually we still have this little area over here as well. Don't think I should have placed the dynamite all the way to up there. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because I mean we can just use other things over there to fill up that area, making it easier for them to move around. So that is pretty awesome. I think something that we want to focus on first and foremost is to get these going. That's going to be really important to get going as well. And then naturally, man, I'm excited about this. This is so cool. I must say they are bringing through some amazing... Ooh, they have the tunnels. They have the tunnels. I mean, obviously at the moment this is just basically... Well, not really tunnels. At the moment it's just a hole with a platform in it. So, I mean, well done. The nice thing about this, now that I'm thinking about it, is having power run through these areas. So you have yourself a nice little tunnel made. Alright? And then you have that go through there. I mean, then you just basically do this. Power. Yeah, see? You can get it in there, but obviously that's going to be a bit of a tricky one to get through there, so would be nice. I would love it if they could actually have these done the same way as you would the tubes, the tube stations. So basically when you build it, it just automatically does the curves, etc. So it would have been pretty cool if you could do the same with the power shafts. I hope someone of the development team can see this, so it would be pretty cool. Let me just see, can you get to this? It's too far from the district. Of course it is. So I just want to get this done. Let me just get this done. So naturally I just want to see what it looks like this. So this episode is all out just experimental. It's just playing around, seeing what everything does. Okay, we are going really good with our food again. Oh, not the food, the wood's going back up again. Food and water is absolutely astonishing. I've got no problems with that. Alright, so then we all have our Agora done. And we have ourselves a dance hall nearly there. Just need a bunch of treated planks still, so that's fine. I must say, I absolutely love our little colony over here. It's one of the best in my opinion. One of the best I've built. As you can see, this is also absolutely stunning. So they're making really good progress on this. Let me just see if I can just up the priority on this a little bit so that we can get this done at least within this episode. And then maybe we could actually... Oh, we actually need that. I forgot to put that in. I mean, yeah, sure, we can just do the double up and then pull those up as well. It'd be awesome. Naturally, this is nearly done. Absolutely wonderful. So what I'm thinking for our farmhouse over here is to have this one stand up on a... Nope. Something like so. I think the farmhouse needs to be on a... What's it? 3? No, not that one. 3x2. Yeah. Right, okay, so it needs to be on a 3x2, so this one's gonna go over there, and then we're just gonna have one of these over here. All like so. I'm absolutely loving the overhangs in the last few episodes. It's actually pretty cool, so I am quite happy with that. Yeah, like so. That should do the trick. So the amazing part about this is, once again, we have ourselves water underneath there. As you can see, there's water down there. And we have our lovely farmland that is hanging above it. Now, I would personally say that this would be a wonderful way of doing rice. It would have been pretty cool if we had rice, my opinion. But anyways, okay, so we gotta get that done. And see if we can get those up and going. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to just man, this is awesome. Okay, we are going to just leave a tiny bit of a gap so that we can get a few things done. Alrighty, so I'm just here quickly because I want to see this happen. As you can see, they are placing the dynamite in there, placing it in there. Lovely, wonderful. So how much more do you need? So just the planks to go. Right, that is wonderful. So anyways, while that is happening, I've decided to add a nice little area over there. Let's see, one more. I think this is pretty cool. Naturally, it's going to work a lot better when you have a proper tunnel. This is just to demonstrate what it actually looks like. I think it's pretty awesome. There we go. So you just get to a point and then it explodes and you have yourself a nice little, well, tunnel, which I think is pretty cool. What I do see what we want to do is, well, basically, okay, so like I said, we have this area over here now, more housing. What I would like to do with the tunneling system is actually make a little path all the way from here up until somewhere here, somewhere, I'm not sure. We'll still figure that one out, or maybe even, I don't know, just somewhere we'll have a little bit of a tunnel to go through where they can absolutely just enjoy their day doing so. I'm not sure, but anyways, so this is something that I've noticed, which is absolutely wonderful now. Now, naturally, with the new update where you have your terrain block that can go stick into things, you can only do them over here. So I can expand this now without building any more things over there, but you can't do it on a built structure like a levee, unfortunately. But I mean, it makes sense. How do you make it stick to something that it's not, if that makes sense? So anyways, I've expanded this one a little bit more, made it three longer. We're gonna have ourselves some more housing over here, which is amazing, and naturally we have ourselves a few extra of these little gear and lumber workshops. So I mean, that is pretty cool. I think we've done quite a bit in this episode. Naturally, not everything has been built, but the plans are there and I think it looks absolutely wonderful. So on that note, I would like to say thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your support up until now. It's been 1 year of creating videos and I absolutely love doing so. And without you guys, I wouldn't have, well, been doing it this long, because I mean, what's the point of making it if nobody's watching it? So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I do appreciate you all. You are all absolute legends, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to like this video if you do enjoy them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.